Catwoman Tiger Hunt is an okay book. I was really into it and I enjoyed reading it the whole time, but then I got to the ending. The ending left me disappointed for multiple reasons, and that made me question the quality of the book in general. So the book has two storylines, one with Batman, one with Catwoman. They're both trying to stop a villain named Tiger. For 95% of the book, their two stories don't overlap. If you got rid of the Catwoman stuff, the Batman story would play out the same way. If you got rid of the Batman stuff, Catwoman's story would play out the same way. Mostly, I think the villain might have died a little bit sooner without Batman around. It's not surprising that the book was written by two different people. It kind of feels like the two stories were done separately. They don't overlap. Since they're so separate, I think the book could have been improved by dropping one of them. Like, get rid of the Batman storyline, give us 70 more pages of Catwoman in his place. That could have worked. Alternately, I would improve the book by combining the two stories. I actually thought Batman and Catwoman were going to team up for this adventure. The back cover says they're enemies, forced to become allies. It sounds like they're going to team up to stop the bad guy, and that could have been a good story. We've seen that in other Batman media. Sadly, the only time they interact is a one-page conversation in the final chapter. The last thing about the ending, which bothered me, is the main villain. Yes, Tiger is stopped at the end of the book, but he's not the main villain. He is a low-level guy who's taking orders from a criminal mastermind. Batman learns the mastermind is one of his father's best friends, which is super dramatic, but that's where the story ends. We don't stop the mastermind. It's a disappointment. I was expecting the book to go on for another 60 pages while Batman captures the main villain. Maybe he does it with Catwoman's help. But no, he doesn't. It's like they were setting up for a sequel, which never got written, and so the entire thing goes unresolved. Overall, I would say I liked the book, but not the ending. The ending made some of the book's flaws more obvious. I would give this book an average score, even though I enjoyed it. Your mileage may vary, depending on how much you like Catwoman and Batman. For the rest of the video, I'm just going to summarize the two storylines of the book. Catwoman gets more focus, which is why her name is in the title. She's almost like a feral human. She never leaves her apartment except to get food. About once a month, she puts on her Catwoman suit and steals cash from drug lords so she can pay her rent. I don't know where she got her Catwoman suit. The book says she got an anonymous note slipped under her door with a list of things for her to steal in exchange for her awesome suit. She made the trade with the unknown person. She has no interest in figuring out who made the suit or why. I thought cats were supposed to be curious. I really want to know who made the suit. It should be a big deal somebody knows her secret identity, right? Catwoman's sister used to be a nun. One of her old friends, Rose, shows up at the convent in obvious distress. Rose could barely talk. The nuns want to calm her down, so they ask Selena over for dinner. Selena brings a cute kitten with her, and Rose panics again. That makes Selena furious. She's not mad that someone hurt Rose. She's mad that someone used cats to hurt Rose. What kind of monster would do such a thing? Catwoman breaks into two different convents to learn the culprit is Rose's scummy boyfriend, Eddie Lobb. She stakes out his fancy apartment complex before breaking in. She finds a secret room dedicated to tiger memorabilia. As in, he's got stuffed tigers, mounted tiger heads, tiger paws. It's super illegal because tigers are endangered. Eddie calls himself Tiger. He believes that some sort of tiger spirit is going to come upon him. It'll give him superpowers and make him a master criminal. Which is a good idea. I kind of wish it happened. It's sort of what happens in Wonder Woman 1984. The villain gets cat-themed superpowers just in time for an epic battle in the grand finale. But no, in this case, Tiger is a delusional person who dreams of tiger powers. Selena goes to her favorite animal charity. She meets Bonnie, who is the best part of this book. She's a funny, extroverted person who never stops talking. This contrasts well with Selena, who doesn't know how to talk to other people. Bonnie instantly adopts Selena as her new best friend. Hilarity ensues. There are several fun jokes with Bonnie. My favorite is Selena being completely dumbfounded after Bonnie figures out her secret identity in 2 seconds. It's not all just comedy relief, though. Bonnie legitimately likes Selena and wants to be her best friend. I wish she appeared outside of this book. The idea of Catwoman having a chatty BFF is great. Catwoman takes Bonnie to Tiger's apartment to take photos of his crimes. She overhears Tiger making criminal plans. She tries following him twice, but Batman kind of gets in the way. After Batman stops the villains, Bonnie's wildlife group gets a lot of publicity, and that's it for Catwoman's story. As for Batman's story, he learns a group called the Bessarabians are in town. This goes somewhat deep into Cold War politics. There are 3 different groups struggling for control of Bessarabia. One group is trying to buy weapons from Tiger in exchange for 3 Russian icons. Another group is trying to stop them. Batman's more interested in the criminal mastermind who's selling the weapons. The crook is known as the Connection. He's been manipulating things worldwide for decades. No one knows what he looks like because he communicates via hologram. He takes a different form each time. He's like one of those bad guys from Star Wars. The Connection communicates with Tiger through a high-tech van. The van has a lot of scanners, which track Tiger's temperature and movements, so he can tell when Tiger's lying. He can almost tell what Tiger's thinking, too. It's a pretty sophisticated setup. Batman might want to look into getting one. Batman interferes during the last sale. He does a great job and even recovers the valuable icon. As usual, though, the feds are jealous he made them look bad, so they complain he messed everything up. Batman lays a trap for Tiger by donating the valuable icon to a local museum. He goes undercover as a corrupt security guard. When Tiger shows up at the museum, Batman befriends him and offers to help him steal it. While Tiger takes Batman to the van to meet the Connection, they make their plan together. That's when Batman figures out the Connection's secret identity. Batman leaks the details of their plan to the police, and all the bad guys are caught red-handed. Tiger escapes, but not for long. The Connection has him blown to pieces. Batman vows to stop the Connection. As I said, the book stops there. I wish Batman did stop the criminal mastermind that he has a close personal connection to. He doesn't. Readers have to be satisfied with stopping the delusional guy who thinks he's a tiger. That's it for the book. As I said, I'm giving it the average score. I do want to emphasize I enjoyed reading it so much that I'm going to look into reading other Batman novels. I give Catwoman Tiger Hunt a 5 out of 10.